Hey everyone, Jeff Cruz here with my final presentation for JMC 230. We are here today to talk about the Hoppy Taco and our 2018 Taco Takeover, which is the marketing plan that we are putting in place for our new restaurant. A little bit of an overview for everyone today. We are looking to grow this brand, to grow brand awareness, and ultimately to get more butts in the seats at the Hoppy Taco. It's a new restaurant. It can be difficult to get that message out there. We are going to focus on, of course, folks within the area. We'd like everyone to come out and eat at the Hoppy Taco, but especially those people who are nearby who can get there with some regularity. You need that kind of repeat business, and we are looking to capitalize on that. We are going to have a message that is going to resonate with our audience, and that message is going to be one of being unique and being authentic. And we're going to use a number of different media and vehicle to get that message across. We are going to stick to lighthearted. It's going to be jokey. This is a fast casual restaurant, and we want to certainly portray that as we deliver that message to our consumers. One of the first things that we need to look at is our target market, and just exactly who is that target market. So you've got people that will travel to go dine out, but we do want to place, Omaha, like many Midwestern cities, is very spread out, and we do want to place a special importance on proximity. And so that's the people who are living in and around the Dundee area. We know that that is largely Gen Xers and millennials. You have a lot of neighborhoods with kind of smaller homes that would be attractive to first-time home buyers, as well as its proximity to University of Omaha, Nebraska. We know that these two groups, they value experience over material things. We know that they are oftentimes working long and unpredictable hours. This is also the group, the Gen Xers and the millennials, this is also the group that helped usher in the craft beer sort of craze that exists today, that is part of course, the business model of the Hoppy Taco. As a result, we know that these people like to dine out frequently. So we've established that our target market is going to be these sort of younger adults, these Gen Xers, these millennials. The next thing that we need to take a look at in this marketing plan is our situational analysis, and that's going to take a look at kind of, who are we? What are our strengths? Maybe what are some of those weaknesses? Where do opportunities exist? As well, you need to be aware of, threats that exist to the organization. So the Hoppy Taco is located in the historic Dundee district in sort of north central Omaha. In recent years, it's become an area that has been part of sort of revitalization efforts. And it's now home to a number of kind of trendy bars and shops, and in fact there are a few, although just a few, dining options in the area. And that's actually one of our strengths. We know that we've got a popular area where there's already some proven success with kind of the people who live and work around there. We also have a proven menu. We're all aware that this is 1 second restaurant, and we have largely ported that menu over from the corner kick, so we know that people like this food. In addition to that, we have a unique offering. There's a lot of bars, there's other places in Dundee to go get a beer and get a craft beer, and there are some places to eat, but there's no sort of Mexican food, and there's certainly no one selling us the authentic street tacos anywhere in the area or even nearby. While the area being popular is certainly a strength, it does play into one of our weaknesses, is that part of our offering is craft beers, and there are a number of bars in the area already serving up more, and quite frankly, in some cases anyway, serving up more options than we have for the craft beer. It's also a little hard with parking. That can certainly turn people off, especially if they are having to drive to come dine at the restaurant. In addition to that, this is an historic building, so we have a very small kitchen, and as a result, a very limited menu. So while we know that the food has been proven a success in the past, we do have this kind of limitation on the menu. The biggest opportunity for success here, or opportunity in general, is to kind of expand on the success that we've had, to grow this brand and potentially open up additional locations, either downtown or throughout Omaha. That's also going to have the opportunity of a greater career path and opportunities for those folks that work for us, which is going to be important in keeping that human capital around. Certainly our threats, there are a few, specifically with the competition. We do have some other restaurants in the area that we're competing with, and Omaha in general is not lacking for places for people to dine out. So there is a lot of competition. The restaurant model is also something that is not, really economy proof. So if there's a downturn, that could hurt us. And you couple that with the already high rate of failure for a restaurant, there are certainly some threats involved. We've put the situational analysis together in this table, and if you haven't had a chance to look at the included report, just wanted to give you all a chance to view it here. So we know a little about who we're trying to deliver our message to, and who, and really what our situation is, what some of our strengths are. So it's time to talk about the message itself. And this is one that I love, and I think we're all going to get behind, because the Hoppy Taco knows exactly who it is. We're hip, we're fast, we're casual, the only place in town to get your authentic street tacos, and that's exactly the kind of message we're going to convey. It's going to be out there, again, leaning on humor, leaning on that sense of being casual, that hey, we're fun, we're cool, we're new, and you want to come out and dine with us. We are going to use a number of different vehicles and media to get that message across, and that's what we're going to talk about next. The media plan that we're going to use is going to incorporate a number of different media and vehicles to get that message across. And we are on a limited budget, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, so we are aware of that. And that's why we feel that social media is going to be one of our biggest avenues to kind of get that message out there. Facebook, we know, is probably the best crossover between the Gen Xers and the Millennials. We're going to use that to kind of grow a fan base and do targeted messages. We're going to use that as a platform to advertise our daily specials, perhaps other special events that might be coming up. The great part about that, just the basic account is, of course, free. Now, there's going to be some targeted ads and things like that. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit more when we're dealing with the budget. Twitter, we are also going to get on and start tweeting right away. This is not going to be so much used as a method of saying, hey, come by Taco Tuesday, they're $1.50. This is going to be a way to kind of interact with the community. We know that successful Twitter handles can gather a really large following. So we just want to use that to stay up on local events, certainly to respond to people, especially if they are talking to us specifically. In addition to social media, we've got a number of more traditional medias planned out as well. With more traditional media, flyers and posters are going to be an important part of our media plan. They are relatively inexpensive. They don't have to be updated every day or even every week. We can get these in area community boards, other brewers that are around, other people that are willing to let us put them up. These kind of flyers, we can swap these out monthly, something like that. You see, they've got a very kind of minimalistic design. Again, kind of keeping with the hey, we're trendy, we're fresh. A variety of branded t-shirts are also going to be in the mix. These are something that are going to be, obviously worn by employees, hopefully worn around town by them as well, and available for purchase to the public. These could also just be given away to good customers, or perhaps as part of a promotion event within the store itself. These kind of t-shirts, folks wearing these are going to be good brand advocates for the Hoppy Taco. They're going to be important in help spreading that message, face to face, via word of mouth. That kind of testimonial goes a long ways to kind of adding legitimacy and authenticity to particularly a restaurant. When someone says, hey, where should we try it, and they say, I